beautiful woman is recording a video. A horrifying scene appeared on the phone, and then all of a sudden, the beauty was entangled by the ghost's long hair. The beauty can't move her whole body. She can only allow the female ghost to harm her arbitrarily. What exactly happened to the girl? Take your time and look at it. Let's start with our first horror story. Competition. A fast food restaurant. Sotomi shows her friends that the music video she just released has received a lot of views, but Paula said she once saw a video that resembled Sotomi's style. Paula found it for everyone to see. There's text on the video that says just follow the dance of this video. Your wishes will come true. The last scene shocked the three of them. Paula later said she had followed suit once. She hoped the temperature would rise a little the next day. As a result, the cold weather the next day was magically warmer. My friend Nia expressed disbelief. Then Paula calls the boy she has a crush on, but the boy refused to answer. At this time, Paula also saw a girl with her sweetheart home. Paula was disappointed. The screen changes. Paula came home and remembered the mysterious video. She plans to finish dancing to the video. Paula immediately lit the candle and began to dance. The phone's front-facing camera is flashing red, but when Paula turned around, she was shocked to find a terrifying face. She was killed by the ghost. The next day at school break, Sotomi and Nia heard that Paula's eyes disappeared that night. Paula had an accident. They were scared when they heard it. At this time, Sotomi received a text message from the girl group. She was admitted as a trainee. At the same time, Nia Social has more than 10,000 followers. Gradually, Paula was forgotten. Then Nia asked Sotomi to shoot a video and put it on her social media channels, but Sotomi refused. Nia began to ridicule Remy for being so arrogant. They had a fierce quarrel and broke off their friendship. In the evening, Nia remembered the mysterious video. She lit the candle and said her wish. She also wants to have 1 million followers. Then Nia jumped to the video. Suddenly, the girl in the video walked to the screen and stared at Nia. After Nia finished kowtowing, she took another look and found that the woman on the screen had disappeared. Nia was afraid. She felt something behind her. Unexpectedly, Nia's hands and feet were gradually entangled in the female ghost's hair. Nia couldn't call for help or fight back. The ghost slowly put her hand on her face. Finally, Nia's eyes were taken out by the ghost. She became the second ghost. Sotomi is practicing dancing. The agent came to tell everyone, there's an official spot open for the girl group. We have a selection test tomorrow. Everyone present was pleasantly surprised. Sotomi decided that she must pass the exam, so clicked on the mysterious dance video. It's all in a cycle again. Female ghosts can't steal heart people. Let's guess. The second scary story is called The Mysterious Animal. Hui Jen did not do well in this exam, is being punished by her mother. She keeps a little white rabbit. Hui Jen's sister, Hui, may also love the white rabbit and often fed it. Hui Beauty not only comforts sister, also come to sarcasm Hui Jane. Hui Jane returned to his room very distressed. She doesn't know how to improve her grades. Hui Jen said to himself that if there is a God, then come out to help yourself. She'll do anything if she gets a good test. You know, she came home from school the next afternoon. Suddenly Hui Jen feel there is a person standing behind themselves. She looked back and saw a girl with her head tilted. The girl's head seems to have been broken. The girl who stood strangely looked at Hui Jen. Hui Jen was not interested in knowing who she was, so she turned and continued to walk home. Then a sound came from behind her. Hui Jen quickly turned around. The girl promised to help Hui Jen to achieve her wish, as long as Hui Jen sacrifices a living creature to herself. Just then Hui Jen found himself trampled to death a grasshopper. She looked up and the girl was gone again. Since then Hui Jen homework has achieved good results. Hui Jen's mother also specially gave Hui Jen and cattle. One evening, Hui Jen returned home to find the small white rabbit missing. Hui Mei said the small white rabbit has died. Let Hui Jen not be too sad. Then Hui Mei began to do yoga, but Hui Jen, who was standing behind her, gradually lost her mind. She took a knife and killed her sister as a sacrifice. Then Hui Jen's mother returned home, was also killed by Hui Jen. The third horror story, money is more important than life. A rainy night, the hero, Jean Tai, just came out of the casino with a big bag of money. The man got into a taxi and agreed with the driver to drive directly to Seoul. Unexpectedly, the driver dropped Jean Tai off at the entrance of a hotel. He said he didn't want to send Jean Tai to Seoul. The driver let Jean Tai think of his own way. Jean Tai had to get off the bus and walk into the hotel. Pan Biao, the waiter inside, hurriedly called John Tai and gave him a key. Suddenly he asked if John Tai had come alone. John Tai said yes. Pan Biao changed the key to John Tai, also emphasized that the price of one night is 100,000 won. John Tai has no other better way. He also found Pan Biao staring at his handbag. After a few eyes instinct to shrink the handbag behind him. Then John Tai went back to her room to rest. Originally Pan Biao in the monitoring has been monitoring John Tai. He's still on the phone with his old cab driver. It turns out they are in the same kin. The driver estimated the bag was worth about 1 billion. John Tai was brought here by the driver on purpose. Looks like they were after that bag of money. Another phone rings. Pan Biao accidentally knocked a bottle of high-strength wine down on the table. He also casually placed a cigarette butt on the edge of the ashtray. The screen changes. John Tai is taking a bath. Suddenly the power went out. A hanging ghost appeared behind him, but soon everything was back to normal. It seems that there are many evil spirits in this black shop. Just then Pan Biao sneaked into the room to get his bag. I didn't expect John Tai to come out of the bath. Pan Biao had to hide under the bed. The screen changes. The cigarette butts gradually ignited the strong liquor. After a long time, Pan Biao feel almost time to take the bag to leave. At this time, John Tai turned on the light, found Pan Biao. They wrestled with each other. Finally, John Tai grabs Pan Biao's dagger and kills him. John Tai walked out of the room with her bag. By this time the fire outside was getting bigger and bigger. 2 firefighters came to help. One of the firefighters asked John Tai to give him the bag. John Tai always thought that the firefighter was also a bad guy, so he went back to the room and hid. John Tai saw a ghost lying on the bed. The fire outside is soaring into the sky. John Tai opened the shower head directly. The hanging ghost appeared and stared at John Tai for a long time. John Tai was held down in the water by a ghost and suffocated to death. Because the fire was so intense, the firefighters did not come back after escaping the house. The taxi driver outside and other accomplices looked at the fire and were helpless. When the fire dies down, the firemen went into the guest room. John Tai is not human in shape. Only the bag doesn't seem to have any damage. Money really is more important than life. The 4th horror story. The hotel administrator led the boy Jung Yu to visit. Jung Yu was very satisfied and checked in quickly. He didn't notice that a treadmill next to him had inexplicably turned on. In the evening, Jang Woo began to exercise. He saw a beautiful woman running on a treadmill next to him. Suddenly, Jang Woo's machine broke down. Then the hall lights went out. Jung Yu turned around and saw that the beautiful woman who was running was also gone. What I did not expect was that the female ghost was dead on the sports equipment of Jung Yu. The female ghost was suddenly far away from him and then close. Just when Jung Yu was about to give up, the hall light suddenly came on. The ghost disappeared. Jung Yu temporarily picked up a life. It turned out that the manager had turned the power switch back on in the gym. Jung Yu thought it was him and blamed the administrator. Then he went back to his room to take a bath, but he left his phone at the gym. Jung Yu, after taking a bath to think of mobile phone, dropped in the gym. So he went back to the gym to look for his phone. Suddenly the light in the room went out again. There's an extra ball behind him. Then Jung Yu was caught by the long-haired female ghost and kept running on the treadmill. The administrator saw Jung Yu still exercising on the surveillance camera and couldn't understand it. He didn't know that the long-haired female ghost was standing behind Jung Yu. The ghost's hands covered him. Jung Yu ran while resisting. Finally, he was strangled by the female ghost and died. The next morning, the female boss told the caretaker to keep the secret of the 2 dead people here. He was afraid word would get out and affect the price of the house. The administrator reluctantly accepted. In fact, the long-haired ghost is the running beauty. She works out at the gym. So, the boss came outside the gym and found the lights on inside. There's no one in there. She asked the caretaker to save electricity and turn off the lights. The administrator had to do it. Beauty saw the room suddenly dark. Then she twisted her foot and fell on the treadmill. Her long hair got caught in the machine. A woman's head just explodes. The ghost of the dead was born. Bosses and administrators look at surveillance without empathy. Later, the boss's son, Jin Yu, came to the gym to exercise. When the boss learned over the phone that his son had died, it was already too late. The ghost crushed the rich kid with a barbell. That's a good thing that goes with a bad thing. The 5th horror story goes like this. The girl Li Li was in a serious car accident. By the time she got to the hospital, she was dead. Li Li woke up to find herself in another space. She could barely control her body and felt cold. It just so happened that there was a set of clothes placed not far next to her. Li struggled to get dressed. She saw a timer on the wall. Suddenly a white mouse appeared in the room. Then more and more dead mice fell down. Li was scared and fainted again. When Li woke up, a female doctor came in. She said Li suffered from severe dysfunction and was unable to control her body flexibly. Now Li must carry out rehabilitation training of her own volition. If Lily is unable to recover within the prescribed time, she will die. Then Li began rehabilitation exercise, but she never succeeded. She was also hit the reset button several times by the female doctor during her workout. The screen changes. A female doctor removed a computer chip from the head of a white mouse. It holds all of Lily's consciousness. Li was lying on the bed next to her without her lower limbs. It turned out that Li had been medically defined as dead. The doctor at the hospital has been conducting experiments on Li. Li became the guinea pig. The doctor felt that his experiments had progressed much faster since he had experimented on others, so he asked the female doctor to prepare the next guinea pig. The sixth horror story, mukbang competition. Duna is the leading anchor in the eating and broadcasting industry. Every night when she's on the air, the praise keeps pouring in. Tonight, Anna brought out a bottle of fancy champagne. Her actions set off a little wave of rewards. At this time, some netizens asked Show the recent situation. She said she hadn't seen her in more than a year. Donna especially shown more than a year ago. Video click out for everyone to see. Shura went live with Donna more than a year ago. Sulal was invited here by Donna as a rookie in the live broadcast room. She became famous by eating many fried hot dogs at once. Donna specially edited a video to suggest that show isn't fake eat. Shura was embarrassed to say that there may have been a mistake in the editing. Ms. Donna denied the claim. Netizens are discussing whether it is true or false that Sulal eats hot dogs. Donna, in order to offset the doubts of netizens, proposed to let them eat hot dogs on the spot. Shura had to fight. Finally, Donna ate all the hot dogs. There is at least half left at Sulal's place. Then some netizens gave 100,000 won to Donna. Donna screamed thanks. Donna again in front of the camera mocking a show to meet. After this video, Donna continues to satirize in there. Netizens asked Duna to connect with Sora again. He wants them to fight again. Then came the huge rewards. Donna said that she would immediately connect to the wheat. Then Dana began to contact Shura. The two men greeted each other politely. First round of a two-person donut eating contest. Donna wins. Round 2 of the fried chicken eating contest. Shura wins. The third round of the two-man cow bone eating contest. Donna wins. Fourth round of two people eating sashimi. Shura wins. Both sides ate without caring about their image. Sulal clicked on a video while Duna was still eating sashimi. The picture shows that Shura is being beaten by Dana. It must have happened more than a year ago. Shura inadvertently kept the shot. Now it's a tie. Shura said the game should stop here. Netizens have left messages wanting to continue watching the game. Then they start the last game and eat cake. It's like the two of them are fighting for their lives. Even though both of us are big eaters, there are times when we can eat. At this time, Duna couldn't eat anymore, so she picked up the champagne and took 2 sips. As a result, she vomited it out. Though not totally lost, Sulal received numerous rewards. That's when Shura cut the connection. She can't help feeling in front of the camera. How much she paid for revenge most people don't know. It turned out to be more than a year ago after losing the game. Duna attacked Sulal. Then Shura took out all her savings to get revenge and operated on her stomach. Shura waited until recuperation after recovery, and she started preparing her revenge. She had someone put a vomiting potion in the champagne. The camera slowly panned behind Shura. This is the price Sulal pays. Her lower body became very bulked up from the operation. The original young and beautiful Sulal looks like hundreds of pounds of fat people. This is the end of the film. This series of skits is a Korean dinner of weird talk. It's made up of 6 stories. 6 stories expose human greed from all angles. The quality of the films is very good. The subject matter and content are realistic. It gives the audience a sense of engagement. This fully demonstrates the greed and vanity of human nature. The film satirizes some current social phenomena in South Korea. The film tries to warn us not to do wrong for momentary greed. Personally, I think the content of the story is worthy of recognition. Alright, that's all for today's video. I'll see you next time. Thank you all for your support.